Hi everyone, this is Margaret Manning with 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. My guest today is Denise McAdam. Denise is one of Britain's top hairdressers. For the last 40 years, she has been working with celebrities and royalty and just has so much experience with hair of all kinds. Denise has worked with some of the world's most famous photographers, and her people that have entrusted their hair to her include people like Grace Kelly, Judy Collins, Cindy Crawford, lots of people that you would know. And I'm just so thrilled to have you with us today, Denise. Welcome.
Yeah, this is excellent. Thank you to 60 and Me for inviting me to talk to you.
Thank you. Well, you know, we have a community of about 100,000 women now over 60. And we talk about hair a lot. We talk about wanting to look great in our 60s a lot.
Yeah.
It's this myth that women over 60 don't want to look good. So hair, of course, is important. And we've talked in a separate video about challenges like thinning hair and gray hair. But what we have is what we have. So how do we decide what the best hairstyle is for us? From all your years of experience, give us some questions that we need to ask ourselves when deciding short, long, medium, bangs, no bangs.
Yeah, absolutely. And short and long and medium, I think, is something that we all have a different concept of short, long. Exactly. I would consider my hair quite long right now. Someone else would consider it short. You see, so it's a great thing to do just to get over the kind of psychology of where you see yourself is when a hairdresser says, if somebody said, bring a picture in, and a hairdresser thinks, I'm far too professional for a picture. It's not a picture about just the style you want. It helps to interpret what you're actually seeing. Yes. Because when you say, I want to be, a lot shorter or a lot of whatever, and suddenly you're way up here and you actually want it to be here. Mm-hmm. So if you take a style or something on the letters, not the person you want to look like, blank out the face. You're not wanting to look like them. You don't want to look like,
Cindy Crawford. We're never going to look like Cindy Crawford.
Even, you might be a young pop star right now that you love the hairstyle. Yeah. It's not you want to look like them, but that's the kind of length.
Yes.
And it's just interpreting what you call short and long. Now, if you look at Jerry Hall, she's about to embrace 60. Now, she might consider her hair quite short right now from what it used to be, but in our world, it's quite long.
Yes.
But in her world, it's short.
Yes.
And, so it's actually interpreting here, and then the face shape. And also the fact that your skin changes, your face shape changes, your cheekbones change, everything has changed. Your eyes are slightly different. So, when people I've seen in the past, people have brought in a picture of themselves 30 years ago. I want my hair to be like that again. And it's sort of like, okay, right. Well, we can't that, because at that point, sometimes they're looking at how they used to look.
Yes. Right.
It's like me looking at a picture of myself thinking, I could fit that. I thought I was fat in that picture. And actually, in fact, I was very thin and I wish I could be like that now. So so you need to it's that understanding, but another vital thing is time. How much time have you got? Because you could go to the hairdressers and they create this fabulous hairstyle and you can't recreate it in the time that you've got at home. I mean, at the moment, you say like you've got chunky bobs, but they've got waves in it and they're curls and they're great shapes and they look great on the telly. And the hairdresser blow dries your hair. Sorry about this. He might blow dry it with a round like GHD brush all like this, and you've got these lovely little things happening, and you leave there feeling quite young, quite modelly. And then you're at home faced with your hair dryer
and the brush,
and that brush and a mirror. It's not going to happen, right? And you're going to end up looking actually older.
Yeah. So
you really want a hairstyle that you can do, you can create. I always say if you can't blow dry your hair really quite half good in 12 minutes, something's gone wrong in the styling. Because you need to, you're all busy women. Everybody's busy. We may have automatic wash machines and tumble dryers and this, that, and the other, but you're all busy. Time is of an essence, and you want to look great and look fabulous, but you don't want to allocate an hour and a half in the morning to do your hair and makeup. Yeah. Your makeup takes longer as you go through this. So you just want to be fast. So you want the hairstyle to work, and it should be able to blow dry easily, and the hairdresser should show you how to do it. You want product that works, product that keeps it in, product that keeps the volume. But styling is really, if you're going to somebody new, have a few consultations, don't feel bad about it. Take pictures, talk about the look, blank the face out so he doesn't think you want to look like that person, and just talk about length and understanding, time, blow dry, what you call short at the back. But I think one of the main things, even if you wear a bob or a fringe, is just to be a little bit softer, slightly softer. Yes. So you might slice the fringe a little bit more. You might put a few layers in. You might have it where it's got a bit more volume, or if it naturally, or if and even if you wear your hair up, you want to be able to just put your hair up in a second. You want to kind of just be able to throw it up, put on some lovely long earrings, and you should look absolutely gorgeous. That should work.
You look great, whatever you do. If I tried to do that with my hair, I'd probably look ridiculous. But
no, you would not. You look fabulous.
But it's true.
But you want to be able to. You want to be able to convert when you come home and you're going out. And I don't mean just to the local pub, to something nice. That if you've done that blow dry in the morning, use a dry shampoo. You've got Batiste, which is a great make, which is an original dry shampoo. Clarine, I've got a fabulous new one, and you want to spritz that into your hair just to give that extra volume, and that just gives it a little bit of, as we say in the hairdressing world, zhoosh. So a little bit of zhoosh to the style.
I liked it the day when we were talking, and you were saying you got to wake up your hair.
Absolutely.
And use those products that are great. So let's talk about products for a second, because I know, let's just review. You were saying that your face shape is important, the amount of time you want to spend on your hair. I think being realistic about how much time you want to invest in your hair, getting a good cut that will easily blow dry into the shape that you want to get. Short and long, I think, like you said, are relative. So you have to look at your face shape and, how gravity has affected you. And whether you've got a good, I have a pretty good brow.
You've got an amazing forehead.
So I was thinking maybe I don't even need to wear bangs, but I like bangs. But it's just looking at your face as part of the whole thing. Yes. So that's great. But then talk about some product that you think would help us to keep those shapes in place, shampoo or conditioner that you like. Yeah.
Some great shampoos out there. And I've mentioned before, Joico. They call it curl nourished. It's a strange word, curl nourished, but and the conditioner, and it's a sulfate free, which is quite interesting to some people. Right. It's an American product as well, but it's in the UK, Joico. It's worldwide, but it's a superb product. This is, Joico sold in a salon. It's revitalizing, but the great thing about the Joico curl, for me, and for even if you've not got curl, it says curl, but I wouldn't take that into too much consideration, because it's a nourishing shampoo. It's revitalizing. But the great thing about it is that it doesn't get you. It really stops the static.
So if you've got a hairstyle that, like, for example, even like mine, like a bob, you need something like that really to keep it smooth. Yes. I suppose even if you have thinking about styling, you've got two basic options. It seems like in haircuts, you've got like a bob where it's like this and straight, or you've got layered, like you said, an angular bang, or something like Jane Fonda, where you've got that kind of jaggy look.
But what's interesting, you're just saying about the bob. My hair's bobbed, believe it or not. But if I wear it curly, you can see it's a bob. Yeah. As you see it now, it's actually kind of doing different things.
Well, it's hitting your shoulder for one thing, isn't it? Which causes it to flip up, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, but all I do is with the bob is a slice in at the front. It's slightly sliced, so it's just slicing in. So it's softening different shapes. Just kind of softens. So if I look at you now, you could look nice with slice a little bit, maybe a bit more volume on the top, tiny bit, because you're just looking at you now. You amazing eyebrows. You got a great fringe. But maybe the fringe should be slightly more layered, a little bit more slightly volume.
Well, that's because I cut it myself.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's good. I've done a couple of articles on cutting your own fringe. I'm not.
Oh,
so
that
you
would
don't
be useful.
become too pyramidy, if that makes sense. Because I do it as well, but it sort of does this too much. You don't want that look. But the great thing is, there's a dog barking.
I like he's making his her comments about the products. Were there some other products you wanted to talk about, though, that help you to keep your hair styled beautifully? You've talked about dry shampoo and the Joico range.
Yeah, Joico. Joico's a great range, which I've just explained, and dry shampoos are superb. Yep. They've been around for years. Hairdressers have been anti them. Now they've kind of realised that it's not just about a dry shampoo. It's not just about something that relieves the oil or cleans the hair, but it does put volume in. You've got most products have now got a dry shampoo. You've got Batiste, which has been around for years, chlorine, as I said before. But when you spritz it in underneath,
roots,
not on the top, right in another areas back here in the nape of the neck, just to give a boost. Put it in and then just kind of let it soften in for a minute or two so it disperses through the hair. And you can see you get more volume straight away. And then you've got luxurious products like Balmain, which is stunning. In fact, Balmain, this is a moisturizing shampoo. It's
is that with a B? Balmain?
Yeah, Balmain. Yeah. Balmaine. And they do a brilliant mousse. Now, mousse is a funny product because I've got very curly hair. Mm-hmm. So I'm not personally the best lover of a mousse, but I found recently with mousses like this that if you put them more, really just keep it on the lengths and ends, it's fine. I just don't go near the roots with it. I'm much more of a setting spray girl. But for me, personally, I wouldn't go out the house without hairspray because I love lovely hairspray. Because the thing with hairspray, you want your hair to be, it's a veil. So it should be veiling the hair. Completely veiling it, so you can see it's not feeling it, but I can actually feel the shape. You can see it just kind of stays. So it's great is if you've just spent 10 minutes blow drying and it's a damp day or a humid day, because your hair's finer as you've got older, it says hello to the humidity, goes, hi, come and get me, and it's like so hairspray. Don't think of hairspray as just keeping the style in. Think of hairspray as that veil that stops that moisture
getting in.
Trapping you.
Any recommendations?
Even with straight hair. If I can see with your hair that moisture loves it, I bet it, it goes.
Yeah,
so
it does.
Hairspray. Don't think of hairspray as solid hair not moving like these old adverts. Think of it as something as a veil.
What would you recommend? Sorry for interrupting. Any recommendations?
I love Joico. I love Elinette. Elinette's a great L'Oreal Elinette. I'm very fond of some of the Wella Osmos and things like that. So
Wella do good products.
There's a few. You've got to watch. There's a test you can do with hairspray, but you can just spray it very like you test perfume. Spray it on the back of your hand and rub it for a minute or two. And as you rub it, you start to feel a little stick happening.
Yes.
And then keep rubbing. And then when it goes smooth and lovely and just nice shine, no stick there at all. It's not sticky at all. You've got a nice hairspray. If it stays sticky.
Well, we'll put some of these names.
If it stays sticky,
throw it away. No good.
Throw it away. Not staying in my bag.
Well, that's what's so interesting. I mean, as you know, I know you know Ariane Poole, and Ariane and I talk a lot about makeup. And of course, makeup is part of this whole thing too, that makeup and, your skin tone changes. So makeup can help enhance your hair too. But we talk a lot about this, that, there's so much choice with products. And that's why I love having an expert like you giving us your one or two suggestions, even though people probably are sitting at home going, oh, I love this product or that product. It's great. Keep using it, but it's just nice to have your opinion.
And I always say try new products. Also, you should have products, in the sense of when you were younger, you might have a different time in the month. So as far as I'm concerned, there should be 2 shampoos. As you get older, it's a similar thing that you don't want to, maybe you might change your shampoo occasionally just as your hair is getting too used to it. Or if your hair is coloured, on the day that you colour your hair, please use a colour saver. Because you've just spent a fortune. People think, there's a lot of people in our age group and on that think it's all nonsense. We're the critics of it. Oh, that's rubbish. It doesn't make any difference. It does. Trust me. You've just spent £100, £200 in colour. The cuticle is still slightly open. So when you go to wash your hair next time, the colour is fading and releasing. If you use the colour saver shampoo, it keeps the cuticle closed.
So when you say colour saver, you mean a shampoo that says for coloured hair?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be a specific kind of color saver. It just has to be one that's developed.
If it says for colored hair and it's a good manufacturer, it should be a color saver as well. But use it maybe 6 washes after your color's just been done, and then go back to your other shampoo because it might be more expensive.
That's great advice.
Is a luxury. Joico is a stunning shampoo, and then I might go between. I use in my bathroom right now. I have Dove. I love Dove. In my swimming bag, I have Dove because I find it the easiest to manage. And then Joico is my luxury. I blow dried my hair. I washed it in Joico today. And then Balmain's very much a luxury, but that's for the bathroom because it looks really smart. So it's kind of it's like
never use it.
It's like shampoo. It's like makeup for hair.
Yeah,
and it really is. And I think if you apply it with the same attitude as makeup, you'll get a lot more out of your products.
Okay, so I think we've covered styling and taking care of styled hair, which is fantastic. And just enjoy it. I think your advice is very much like Ariane with makeup. Just enjoy it, embrace it, have fun with it. It's just it's a joy. And it's great to have you here, Denise. Thank you so much. And I really wish you well. Thank you so much.